Shanti to everyone, and a happy Teachers' Day to all of us. So very happy to be with all of you, even if it's for a few minutes. So I want to share a few stories of being with the Dadis. And as you know, the topic is love and law. So I remember I was traveling in the car with Dadi Janki, and she was on the phone to Sashiben. It was here. And she was on the phone to Sashiben, and something had happened where there was a brother who was naughty. And then Dadi said in a very strong voice to Sashiben, she says in Hindi, she said, Isko halka mat chorna, which means don't take this lightly. And so it just shows that when there is some maryada ka ulangan, when there is some breaking of some maryada, then Dadi is very strong. And not to take it lightly. And Dadi gives a lot of love, there's no doubt. But even Baba, even in the Sakar Murli, we hear how Baba can be strong. And Baba says those children should not come. But then they say, if we don't come, how can we become pure? So I definitely believe that we should have this balance of love and law. And that authority should be inside of us. Not that we have to speak it, not that we have to say it. But, you know, jaise Hindi mein kehte hain na, khabardar, you know, like they dare not take advantage of us Shaktis. And then I remember in London when we had many Kumaris. I was in London before from 86 to about 94. And I was again working quite closely with Dadi and Jentiben. And what happened is that there was one Kumari who felt like she wants to go back home. And so she went back home. And in those days, our family meeting was a very small group of us sisters. Now, if you go to London, the family is big with brothers and, you know, many different souls. But that time it was only like 10, 12 Kumaris. And there was Sudesh Didi. And then again, I remember very strongly, I'm sure Sudesh Didi will not mind, but Dadi looked at Sudesh Didi and said, "Tu kya kar rahi thi?" In other words, what were you doing? Why could you not pay also extra attention to this sister so that she doesn't have to leave? And at that time, okay, I feel Dadi was speaking to Sudesh Didi, but of course telling all of us, you know, like you tell your daughter, so the daughter-in-law hears. And at that time also Dadi had one tear, like it was just, her eyes were very moist because Dadi has a lot of love for Kumaris. And she doesn't like that, you know, something like this happens. And so Dadi was very concerned that why should one Kumari not be happy in Baba's house when we are getting everything? And we are to blame. We did not do enough for that Kumari. So this is another story also of this. And then there's another story where I was living in Baba Bhavan with Dadi. And one sister had come, and when she entered the dining room, she saw that we two other sisters were eating mango. And we offered, would you like? But this sister said no. But somehow the news next day got to Dadi that these two were eating mango and they didn't offer me. They didn't invite me. Now, why would we not invite? I mean, I cannot eat something if alone. If I'm eating it, I would definitely share. This is my sanskar. But this news went to Dadi. And the news was that Dadi, she didn't offer to us. So then Dadi called me. And then Dadi asked me, Dadi said, Kya hua? What happened? And I said, Kya hua? I mean, it was such a small thing. I thought, what happened? And then Dadi said, you gave sorrow to this sister. I said, no, Dadi. No, this is the story. This is what happened. And Dadi said, nahi, aapko dhyan rakhna chahiye tha. So even though, I was not wrong, but again, because I think I was the stronger out of the two of us, Dadi had to exercise her law onto me. I know Dadi loves me. And because I know she loves me, I know that she can give me that law. And this is really the message I want to give, that when we keep giving love, when we keep giving extra love, then if we have to give one signal, one piece of law, then that person will be able to take it. And so there's many stories like this with Dadi where, she would be able to say to me, and a few others, not just me, but a few others who were strong, that aise mat karo, don't do this or do like this. So Dadi Janki definitely was balance of love and law. Dadi Kumarka, we know also. Again, I remember in class once, here in Om Shanti Bhavan, I'm in Madhuban now. So Om Shanti Bhavan, Dadi Kumarka just asked in the middle of Murli, she said, who here has not taken a bath? And there was one brother who stood up. Actually, he was an Indian brother, but he was from the UK. And he stood up. And again, he was honest, right? And maybe for whatever reason, he didn't have a bath. So then Dadi, so sweetly, she said, okay, now go and have a bath. So sweet. I mean, no anger, no frustration, not feeling anything. Why didn't you? Not asking any questions. And yeah, then he went from the hall and took his bath. So you can see how Dadis handled these situations with so much love. So I think that's my time. Thank you so much for inviting me and wishing you all the best and power to the Shiv Shaktis. Thank you. Om Shanti.